Had that heater going. Y'all know what to do when y'all come in. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I got a quick word for y'all. Quick word for y'all. I just want to come on here real quick. But y'all know what to do when y'all come in. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Look, we in the man cave with it today. Y'all see the Jaguars behind me. Look, it's cold outside. I ain't gonna lie. Plus, it done got dark. So I said, might well come in the man cave, chop it up with y'all. But I got a word for y'all, man. I got a word for y'all. I want to chop it up. So y'all drop a comment in the chat. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. I'll give y'all about a minute or two to come on in, and then we'll jump into it. But the word for today is wait your turn. It's gonna be the perfect time. When it's your time, when it's your time to win, when it's your time to get the breakthrough, when it's your time, for whatever, just to be successful, when it's your time to win, it's gonna be the perfect timing. But just wait your turn. So if y'all coming in, man, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Let me know how y'all feeling today on this Tuesday. The Night Wave, what's going on, fam? Oh, man, it's always good to see you, brother. Say, brother, loving your consistency. Keep going, proud of you and your family. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, family. Most definitely, man. I appreciate your support as well. Anthony, what's going on? Shout out to Mobile. Shout out to Mobile. Sonya, what's going on? Okay, we got some people in here today. Okay. Northern Utah. What's going on, Mary Jane? Shout out to Northern Utah. Okay. Chat jumping so far. Yeah, shout out to all them places. Utah, Mobile. We got the Night Way in here today. But I just wanted to, because I was thinking about this, right? Because a lot of times, especially when you are on a journey for something, you know what I mean? It could be homesteading, it could be business, content creation, job, career, whatever it is, right? When you're on a journey to something, man, you can see people that's, may have been your colleagues. Like, say y'all came into, the career field at the same time. And, you look to your left or to your right and you see your colleagues and they seem like they done took off. What's going on, Trillion? That how you say it? Shout out to Cali. But, your colleagues, you look to the left or the right, you see, man, it's their time, they winning, they done got promoted. You know what I'm saying? You may look at fellow homesteaders and say, man, like, they done made a lot of progress. They got this, they got that. You know what I'm saying? They done built this up, this type of infrastructure. They got this type of livestock that I want, whatever the case may be. They just winning, right? And it's important in those times to realize, man, just wait your turn. Because when it's your turn, it's going to be the perfect time. It's going to be the perfect time. But you can't constantly look to the left and to the right and try to compare and be like, oh, man, I wish I was, No, just wait your turn. And I got a few key points on that. So if y'all haven't already, hit that like button. And let me know if I'm making sense. Drop ones in the chat if I'm making sense. If I'm making sense, wait your turn. Let me know if that's applicable to you. Drop a one in the chat if that's applicable. And if I'm making sense. She is Sunshine. Long time no see. What's going on? What is going on? Long time no see. Okay, Nightway, appreciate that. But just wait your turn, I promise you. And see, this is my first point right here. Timing matters more than speed. We may look at somebody and it seems like they building fast. It seems like they winning and they accelerating. But what people don't understand is that timing matters more than speed, than how fast you do something. The timing of it and when you do it matters. Because this the thing, right? Let's just say, when it comes to your homestead, let's say when you first start, homesteading and buying your land, you may see people, and they may have started at the same time as you, but it seems like they accelerated and they got more wins than you. You know what I mean? They got more stuff than you. They got more built. They got more established. But what you don't realize is the timing matters for you more than anything. What's going on, G-Mama? The timing matters more than anything because let's say you got the same wins at that same rate. It might have destroyed you. It might have spread you too thin. It might have discouraged you so much to the point to where you just gave up altogether. Right? Because you know, with a lot of growth comes a lot of responsibility. And so that's why timing matters. When you get that blessing, that breakthrough, that acceleration, that win that you've been looking for, when you get it, truly matters. And you want to get it at the perfect time. You want to get it at the time where you are truly capable enough to contain that win, to contain that blessing. Let me know if I'm making sense, chat. AZ Sunset, what's going on? Oh man, we got some OGs. We got some OGs in here tonight, man. We got some OGs in here today. We got She Is Sunshine. We got AZ Sunset. We got the Nightway. Yeah, we got some OGs in here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for sure. I say when you're moving your time and not God's time, you're not building on the strong foundation. Thank you. See, She Is Sunshine coming with the gems. She Is Sunshine coming with gems. Exactly. When you move on your time, when you try to get that motion or that momentum and those wins and that acceleration in your own time, meaning you trying to force it, meaning you trying to do everything, you cutting corners now. You know, you are not growing organically. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to force the growth. You know, you're not doing it organically, you're doing it, you know, synthetically, if that's the right word. You're not doing it organic, you're not growing organic. You're trying to genetically modify something. Like how they do fruits and vegetables, where they try to make it grow bigger, faster. They genetically modify it. That's what you're trying to do to your growth. Hello from Frozen Vermont. What's going on, Evelyn? Shout out to Vermont. I know it's cold up there. See, it's cold down here in South Georgia. The high today was like 47, and the low was maybe like 18. And that's cold to me. I can only imagine Vermont. I can only imagine. Say, bro, looking like a black Amish with the hat and the beard. I get that all the time. That's why I wear it. That's why I wear it. Zion, what's going on? Okay, OG's in the building. Right? If y'all haven't already, hit that like button. But see, just like how they genetically try to modify fruits and vegetables to try to make them grow faster, grow stronger, be more durable, it's the same thing when you're trying to do that to your growth. It's the same thing when you're trying to do that to your career or your homestead, you know, or your platforms. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I don't do ads. I don't buy ads. Like, you got a lot of people who buy ads and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I take that back. I bought one ad before. But you got a lot of people, especially content creators, to get followers or subscribers, they'll buy ads. They'll buy followers. I don't do that. I'd rather grow organically. You know why? Because I want it to be a genuine connection, like how y'all interacting with me on this live right here. This is what I want. I don't want a whole bunch of bots and strangers just for the sake of saying I got X amount of subscribers. I'd rather grind out the mud. You feel what I'm saying? I can remember the first 50 people who subscribed to this platform. You see what I'm saying? I can remember the first time 100 people subscribed to this platform. I can remember the 1,000 subscriber mark, the 5,000 subscriber mark, the 10,000 subscriber mark. I can remember all of that. And all of it came organically, right? I didn't try to go out and genetically modify it. I didn't try to go out and get fast wins because I understood timing is everything. Timing is everything. Stop looking for fast growth and look for growth in the right time, in the right season. There is seasons in life. There are seasons in life, and understanding you have to live in those seasons of your life specifically. Say the high in Detroit was 20. Oh, yeah. I bet y'all got a lot of snow too, huh? Is it snowing up there? When you move in your time, like my sister said above, you will lack God's vision and his provision. Then you'll end up praying and waiting yet again, or just give up because you jumped your time. Exactly. That's why it's important. That's why I said, like you say, it's important to move in God's time, in the Most High's time. It's important to move in an organic matter. Don't try to force growth. Don't try to force wins. Don't try to force breakthroughs. Don't try to force things. Don't try to manipulate things. Because when you do that, you may grow too fast for your own comfort, right? You looking for speed, but really it's about timing. It's about the perfect time. Because when the perfect opportunity meets the perfect time, it creates something that's just so magnificent, right? When opportunity meets preparedness in the perfect time, those people who got the opportunity that they needed in the perfect time, like they had the product, they had the book, You know, they had the right mindset. They had the skills. They had the knowledge. They had the experience. And the opportunity came in the right time. They was able to capitalize on it. And they was able to capitalize on it so much that it was a lasting opportunity. And it created something much bigger. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? Love your content. Currently putting pallets together for goats. That's what's up, Growing with Faith. What kind of goats you got? Question, which goat breed is not as noisy, loud, and is sheep? You say is sheep milk good? I never even had sheep milk. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was raising sheep for meat. If I was gonna raise anything for milk, it'll either be goats or cows. But I never raised sheep for milk. But the goat breed, as far as not noisy, I would say the Kiko. I would say either Kiko or Boer goats. But I mean, any animal, they gonna make some noise. But I would say like Kiko or Boer. Those are two good breeds of goats. Say it's a blizzard. Ooh, man, sending prayers. That's right, cause yeah, that snowstorm. I forgot about that. Hi, do you think you can succeed in homesteading? If your wife isn't like super psyched about it? Yeah, absolutely. Because see, this is the thing, man. The vision or just excitement can be contagious. Progress can be contagious. So let's just say your significant other is not happy or thrilled about the idea of you homesteading, but when you start doing it and when you start bringing in loads of fresh vegetables, you know, fruits off the tree, you know, when you putting meat in your freezer, when you having, you know, when you just living that lifestyle and they see what comes with it and they say, oh man, okay, man, we get all this for, and all of that, then eventually, you know, it can win them over, you know what I'm saying, to that lifestyle. But sometimes people got to see it to believe it. But like I say, excitement is contagious, you know what I'm saying, and really just making progress, you know, when your significant other see you making progress and they see you actually following through, then they'll be more apt to support and join in. Mary Jane say, I need to do it organically. I need at least 2 hot compost piles and a hot tunnel along with 14 55-gallon barrels to keep it warm enough to grow cold crops, to cover the crops in the winter. Yeah, organically. You know what I'm saying? And get all that in the time, in the perfect timing. You don't got to go and buy all that right now, like those 55-gallon barrels. You know what I'm saying? If you could buy 1 a month, you know what I mean, or 2 a month, and before you know it, you'll have those 14 barrels. We would celebrate 20. We are celebrating days in the double digits. Oh, wow. By the way, hi from Czech Republic. Shout out to Czech Republic. Man. Yeah, 20 degrees. It's crazy. PTL, always with that wisdom. Congratulations on your YouTube growth. Found your channel organically because of your hard work. I appreciate that, AZ Sunset. I appreciate that. And believe it or not, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but you know, just like with anything, when you apply yourself and when you learn, because I study content. I study content all the time. I've been studying content even before I had a YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel like 4 or 5 years ago, and before that, I was studying YouTube. I was studying the content game, and I understood it was gonna take some years, but I put in that work, and I'm still putting in that work. And I ain't arrived yet at all. It was -3, man. Yeah, y'all can have that. Thank you for your response. I'm in Central Florida, haven't got one yet, but I've been watching your video a lot. When you had that mini fire, I was like, dang, it's always something. Yeah, oh, you talking about when I went live? Yeah, you're right about that. But yeah, it is always something, but you know, we got it under control. And it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. Shalom, brother. Thank you for your encouragement and motivation. I appreciate that, Athea. Appreciate that, man. Thanks, sir, for sharing your knowledge. We need more positive men like you to be that example for others. Stay warm and safe. Thank you, Stephanie. And welcome in, Stephanie. Good to see you on here. Good to see you on here. I appreciate that. But back to what I was saying, timing matters more than speed. Stop looking for fast growth and look for growth in the right time. If growth is sustainable over time, you're going to eventually, all right, so this is the thing what people don't understand, right? You know, sustainable growth over time, eventually, you're going to hit a growth spurt eventually. Like, let's just say, okay, we could just use content, for example. No, matter of fact, let's use homesteading, right? If you growing sustainably over time, meaning you building in phases, you know, you're not biting off more than you could chew, and you really like being thorough in it, there's going to become a point where you get enough momentum that your growth accelerates at a high level. And you know, you got a solid foundation in doing things and building things, and now you're able to truly scale at an accelerated rate. Meaning, you know, you might have grew, you know, a few, you know, flocks, chicken flocks and turkeys, and maybe got a few goats or whatever. And then it get to a point where you hit momentum, and now, you know what I'm saying, you building out 3, 4, 5 paddocks, and now you got all different breeds of goats, sheep. You got some cattle now. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole big flock of chickens. You may be selling. So it's like when you grow sustainably over time, you're going to hit a point. Man, growing with faith. I appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. Man, shout out to Growing with Faith 27. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot. But as you're growing sustainably over time, you're going to hit a point of momentum. It's just like when you pedaling the bike, right? You are pedaling the bike, and it's like when you first start pedaling, you steady with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little tough, but you steady with it. But it gets to a point to where when you've been pedaling long enough, it's easier to pedal now. And you can lift your feet off the pedal and the bike or pedal itself. But let's just say you double down on that pedal, you're going to, your speed is going to accelerate so much. And it's going to be so much easier. So you're going to be able to go further, faster. It's the same thing in any of your journey, whether it's homesteading, content creation, your career, whatever it is. When you grow sustainably over time, it's going to get to a point where you get a big breakthrough and you're going to accelerate. And it's going to seem like you went viral overnight, or it's going to seem like your homestead grew overnight, and people, they might have came 2 months ago, but then they come 2 months later and you got a whole bunch more stuff. You got a whole bunch of more operations going. You got a whole bunch more food in the freezer. And they like, man, this seemed like this happened overnight. No, it didn't happen overnight. It was that I was doing it. I was growing sustainably, and I finally got my big break to the point to where I was able to grow faster, quicker. Because a lot of times people think people shoot up overnight and go viral overnight or get that big break overnight. But it's like, no, a lot of these people been grinding for years and been behind the scenes, but they've been laying their foundation and they've been moving in the perfect timing. Understanding like, okay, right now ain't the time for that because I can't really handle that right now. Knowing that, or God don't got me right there right now. Like my spirit ain't right with making this move or trying to get, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put the cart before the horse. So it's like people been working in silence, behind the scenes, and when they finally get their big break and they got their foundation solid, and it seems like they just, you know, having much success, it's because they've been growing sustainably over time, and opportunity met preparedness in the right time, and that produced something great. Let me know if I'm making sense, chat. All right, let me catch up on the chat. What y'all talking about? Thank you for your channel. Getting ready to leave Los Angeles in July. Headed to Greensboro. Looking to purchase at least 5 acres. Going to use your tips to get started. Most definitely, Judah, man. Hey, I wish you much, or sister, I don't know, brother or sister, but I wish you much success in that. And congratulations on making that decision in your mind first. Because when you make it in your mind first, it's going to eventually materialize in the physical realm. And that way, so that's facts. The first 7 barrels I bought, used for $5 each. The second batch I got for $10 each. New in the store, they were $85. The used ones are fine. See, that's what I'm saying. It's, you know, you getting it in bite-sized pieces. You know what they say? How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So how do you buy 14 barrels? 1 barrel at a time. 2 barrels at a time. It's the same thing. How do you know what I'm saying, do anything great? You do it 1 step at a time. How do you run 10 miles? You run 1 step at a time. Speaking of a high tunnel, check with the USDA to ensure a plot of your land is sectioned as a farmland so you can submit for the grant. Yep, to get that high tunnel. Speaking of that tonight, I got to look into that too. That's the EQIP program, I believe. The EQIP program, they do a cost sharing program. I want to say sometimes you have to go half or put a percentage of money down with it, but sometimes they might just buy it outright. But yeah, look into that. It's through NRCS, called EQIP. AZ Sunset, so I get it. I'm telling you. I got my high tunnel through the USDA. Yeah, they cover more than 1/2 the cost. See, yeah, like I say, they can either cover most of it or half of it. You know, I guess it just depends. Say, I'm a brother. Okay, bro, appreciate that. I get more done working in silence. Once I start talking about something, it seems like it takes forever. No, I feel you. I work good in silence too. I work good, you know what I'm saying, just in my zone. But all right, that was my first point. Timing matters more than speed. Stop looking for fast growth and look for growth in the right time. All right. Second point is this. Waiting is preparation, not punishment. A lot of times, man, we thinking like, man, I should have been blue. I should have been did this. I should have been had this. I should have been right where, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I think I deserve to be and where I want to be. I should have been there. But no, waiting is actually preparation. It's not punishment. We think we on punishment because it's like, it seems like all this person got to do is do this, or all this person got to do is do that, and they just getting so much success, and they getting so much momentum, or they achieving this, achieving that, you know. And it seems like it's a punishment for me because I've been, you know, I've been wanting to be there, and I've been wanting to do this, and I've been wanting to do that. But guess what? All that waiting is doing is preparing you. You feel what I'm saying? Because, and this is why we got to stop looking to the left and to the right all the time. Because first off, you don't know how long that person done been grinding for that. Right? That's number one. Second off, you don't know if that person was even ready for that, what they just got. And you don't know if they're going to hold on to it. Because how many times do we see people here today, gone tomorrow? They just shoot up out of nowhere and then they fizzle out of nowhere. Fizzle out just as quick as they shot up. You see what I'm saying? One hit wonders type of thing. So those are two things you don't know. That's why it's important to wait your turn. Waiting is actually preparing you. Because when you waiting, you know what I'm saying, you get in what? More experience, more knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You get in more prepared. You're able to build your foundation a little bit more. Like I can remember, right, when I was in you know, boot camp, right? And they took us to throw grenades. And if y'all ain't hit that like button already, go hit that like button. And they took us to throw grenades, right? And you know, you see people go in or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? You seeing all type of stuff, people scared and everything. But guess what? I'm at like the end of the line. So as I'm seeing how people reacting in different things like that, you know what I'm saying? I got more time to prepare now. Now the waiting may seem like, man, it's punishment. I got anxiety. I just want to get it over with. But no, I'm waiting. It's a reason, because as I'm waiting, I get to see the mistakes that other people is making. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one dude got slammed on his head because, you know, he was just being stupid. So it's like, okay, I'm definitely not making that mistake that he just made. So it's like, you know, you got the longer you wait, the more you're able to prepare. It's not a punishment. It's actually preparing you because you get to observe different things. You get to lay your foundation a little bit more. You get to get established a little bit more by waiting. It's preparing you. So don't look at it like, man, I'm tired of waiting. And then see, when you tired of waiting, you're going to be like Sarah. What Sarah did, right? Sarah, Abraham, and Hagar. What did Sarah do? They was tired of waiting. So she said, here, go into Hagar and make a baby with her. Maybe that was the Most High's plan, which it wasn't, right? We know that. But if we look at waiting as a punishment and not preparation, then we're going to end up like Sarah. And then that's going to blow up in our face, because then what ended up happening? She got tired of Hagar and Ishmael. She's, man, Abraham, you got to get rid of them. You got to get rid of them, Abraham. I can't do it, right? And then, you know, the blessing eventually came, which was Isaac. He eventually came, but you had to wait. You had to wait because the Most High was still going to deliver, but he wanted to deliver it in his perfect time, because guess what? He got the glory out of that. How's, you know, 2 90-something-year-olds, 100-year-olds, you know, having a baby? He get all the glory for that. So waiting is preparation. It's not punishment. Gerald, what's going on? Yeah, shout out to Duval. That's my home. That's my hometown. Gerald, what's going on? I'm done working this. Oh, I read that one. Can you touch on registering your land as a farm and USDA? You mentioned that in the video. Yeah. Google your local NRCS branch. You can call them and just say, hey, I want to register my land as a farm and get a farm number. And then they'll walk you through the steps, whatever it takes to do that. You may have to do an application online, I think, or they may send you an application. But you just fill out that application, and it's simple as that. Once you fill that out, let them know like what type of, you know, what you're gonna be farming on that land, what type of farm it's gonna be. Like for me, I put poultry, so chicken. So whether that's selling raw chicken meat or eggs or selling whole chickens. I'm just farming chickens. You can have it to where you just got an orchard. Okay, this is something I farm. I farm pears. I got a pear orchard. I got a pecan orchard or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, but just get it registered as a farm. Call the NRCS. That's the Natural Resources Conservation Center. I think that's what it stands for. But Google local NRCS branch in your area and then call them. They'll walk you through the process. When I got mine, it wasn't called Equip. Okay, yeah, it might have been called something else, but I think it's called Equip now. Absolutely, brother, making perfect sense. I appreciate that. What's going on? Let's talk gardening. What's going on, family? Rochelle, what's going on? Gerald, what's going on, man? I get it. 904 Duval, I get you. You say great point. Yeah, I didn't have to register my land. Agriculture, I only have 5/8 of an acre of that land. I'm able to provide my family if I had to. My children are grown, but they come to my place. Yeah, hey, and look, you could do a lot. You could do a lot on a little. All you need is the right plan, the right strategy, and just, you know, a little bit of space. And you could do a lot on a little bit of space. This is what I try to tell people. I think that was in my last video where I was talking about just how much you can do on 1 acre. You can be self-sufficient on 1 acre of land. Oh, crap. I forgot. It's Trey Niece. I forgot I was watching. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. What's going on, Trey Niece? I forgot, too. My bad. What's going on, fam? Y'all go follow Trey Niece. They got a new channel, Let's Talk Gardening. Y'all go follow G Mama Grows, too. Go follow G Mama Grows. AZ Sunset. Go follow AZ Sunset Off Grid, too. Y'all go follow them. Growing with Faith, go follow them as well. Yeah, go follow all them channels, y'all. They be doing some good stuff. Especially G Mama and then Let's Talk Gardening. They doing some good stuff over there too. So y'all go follow them. I'm braving the ice storm here in Tennessee. Oh yeah. I'm sending prayers. Hopefully y'all didn't lose power. Well, I mean, you talking to me, you probably good, but yeah. Praying for everybody in this winter storm. Hopefully that video I made, you know what I'm saying, those tips were applicable. But back to what I was saying, waiting is preparation, not punishment. So let's not look at it as punishment, you know what I'm saying? Let's look at it as, you know, you just got to wait your turn. Just like with anything. I used to hate growing up because my last name started with a W and I used to have to be at the end of the line. But it's like, you know, when I get to the lunch counter, it's still going to be food there. Because I used to be like, man, they ain't going to have the good stuff, this, that, and the third. No, just wait your turn. They going to have it. You know what I mean? Just wait your turn. It's just preparation. It's just teaching you patience right now. It's teaching you patience. It's teaching you how to stay down until you come up. Hello, tuning in from Texas. Always giving them gems. I appreciate that, Rochelle. Shout out to Texas, too. From the farm to the grill, what's going on, fam? You welcome, AZ Sunset Off Grid, for sure. All right, my next point is this. What feels like delay is often development. And this kind of ties into waiting is preparation, not punishment. But what feels like delay is often development. So the delays, it may seem like, man, it's a delay. Why is this taking so long to happen? Like, I should have been blue. I should have been, you know what I'm saying, having this. I should have been, you know, my homestead should have been this, been that, whatever. But the delay is just, it's developing you. It's developing you. It's developing your skills. It's developing your mindset. It's developing your patience. It's developing your character. Because what does it take to maintain a blessing? What does it take to maintain something great? Something that is, you know, just profitable, great, all that type of stuff. What does it take? It takes character. You have to have character. And so the delay is actually, your life is developing your character. The Most High is developing your character in that time where it seems like it's delayed. It's not delayed. I'm telling you, the timing is going to be what it is. I'm going to give y'all a perfect example, right? You know, I'm a content creator, right? And I like to talk about this all the time and be transparent with y'all. I'm a content creator. You know, I've been putting out, I got over 500 videos on my YouTube, right? I got a lot of videos on Facebook, other platforms, right? And this year is when, you know, I really start to get momentum, right? I really start to get videos that like shoot up in the thousands, right? And I give y'all a perfect example, like that delay is development, because as you being delayed, you studying the game a little bit more. You learning a little bit more. You sharpening your craft a little bit more. I posted a video on Facebook yesterday. A reel on Facebook yesterday. Mind you, I just be posting on Facebook. I ain't really got a lot of motion on Facebook like that. We got maybe like 3,000 followers on Facebook. If y'all haven't, go follow our Facebook too, Set Apart Gardens LLC. But I just post on there because, you know, I understand. All it takes is one video. I posted one video yesterday. Right now, that video is at almost 60,000 views in one day. In one day, 60,000 views. That blew my mind because I'm like, I've been posting. I ain't never got no views like this on Facebook. Never. But see, guess what? The delay was just development because I'm learning and I'm sharpening my craft. And just because I ain't got no motion on Facebook don't mean I ain't finna post on Facebook. Don't mean I ain't finna post on TikTok. Don't mean I ain't finna post on Instagram. I'm gonna post on all platforms because I never know which platform gonna take off more than whatever. See what I'm saying? So it's like the delay, you know, you may feel like, man, I should have been went viral. I should have been here. I should have been that. No, you were just being developed in the process. You were just waiting your turn and you were just learning and you were sharpening your craft, but you were developing your character. So that way, when you finally get momentum, you're able to be consistent. You're able to be consistent. So it's like, you don't want one video to blow up and then people, you know, they forget about you because you ain't really posting no other videos, or the other videos you posting ain't really consistent, and it's like hit or miss, or it's like the quality ain't there. You don't want that. You want to be able to banger after banger after banger. That's just like if you find a new musician you like and you hear a song you like, you go to their catalog. And when you go to their catalog and you hear a bunch of other songs that you like, you're going to be tuned in them. Because they delivering consistently. Because why? Because the times it felt like they was delayed and they wasn't where they wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? They really was just developing their craft and they was just staying in the studio, locking in and learning what people like and tuning into their sound. And now that they've honed in on their craft enough, excuse me, I'm spitting. Now that they honed in on their craft enough, they're able to deliver what people want. Let me know if I'm making sense. Do you think that raising some chickens and some pygmy goats is doable without quitting your job? Absolutely. Absolutely. With chickens, I would say start with a flock of 6 to 10. With pygmy goats, start with a flock of 3, 1 male, 2 females. That's manageable with a job. I did more than that with a job. I done had more animals than that with a job. But I know everybody is different. But yeah, I would say anywhere from 6 to 10 chickens, laying hens, and about, you know, 3 to 5 goats, you'll be good. And that won't break the bank too much. That won't break the bank. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. From Foreign to Grill, say, stay down till you come up is my favorite line. And sleep when you can and not when you won't. You talking good-ish now. Appreciate that. But yeah, stay down till you come up. That's one of my favorite, you know, because that's what you grow up hearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay down till you come up. You might not have all, you know, be able to get all the Jordans right now. You might have to, you know, well, where I'm from, we call it thug it. So like, you might have to thug it with some Air Force Ones right now or some whatever. You know what I'm saying? You might have to thug it with those, but you know, just stay down till you come up, because when you're able to get the Jordans, you're gonna be able to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pair that you want. But if you go and spend your money and waste your money right now on the Jordans, that's the only pair you're gonna have. So just go ahead, get you some Forces, you know what I'm saying? Thug it with them. You know what I'm saying? Get you about 2, 3, you know, pair of good quality shoes, but they ain't what you want. And then when you able to get the Jordans, you want to be able to buy as many as you want. You don't want to just be one and done. But yeah, I know that was kind of a sidebar, but yeah, stay down till you come up. And that's just with anything in life. That's with business. That's with homesteading. You might buy land. You might have land that you may have had for years and you ain't did nothing with it, because it's like you realize it ain't the time. I ain't got the energy. I ain't got this. I ain't got that right now. So I'm gonna just wait. You still got the land. Just stay down till you come up. Just, you know what I'm saying, maintain it or whatever. Do what you got to do. Pay the, you know, property taxes. Keep it. And then when you able to really come up, you're gonna be able to come up. I raised animals before retirement. My grandson had a goat as a senior agriculture science. That goat tried everything she could to die. Yeah, a lot of animals do that, I'm telling you. What's going on? What is that? Gentle Heart? What's going on, family? Good evening. Bars of Yah, what's going on, fam? Oh, yeah, good to see you in there. I know you finna come with some gems. From the Foreign Grill, so you flowing. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. When I get in that mode, I get in that mode. The math is mathing, sir. Appreciate that. That little math is mathing degree. The work never done. It's never done. Were you officer or enlisted, man? Sorry, I'm curious. I was enlisted. I got out for active duty as a sergeant E5, and I got out of the reserve as an E6. I wanted to go warrant officer. I never wanted to go officer. I wanted to go warrant. I was gonna go warrant because I like the technical side of things. I don't really like I don't really like the politics of being an officer in the Army. It's too many meetings. I hate meetings. I hate sitting in meetings for hours. So I could never be an officer. I want to be a warrant officer. I can go in my office, close my door, and do my work. But I was enlisted. I was an NCO. But what feels like delay is often development. And here's my last point, because I got a call in a minute in the tribe. I'm going to continue this topic in the tribe. So if you want to join me over there, it's in school. I put the link in the description, but I'm going to be finishing this conversation up in the tribe. But my last point is this. When it's your turn, it'll be undeniable. Like I say, you wait in the perfect time. You developing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You doing everything and you're not giving up. You're being consistent, even when you don't see the results you want to see. You see what I'm saying? You just really stand down until you come up. When it's your turn, when it's your time, it's undeniable. It's just like when you wait your turn and then they call your name. That's your name. That ain't nobody else's name. Ain't no sense of looking around. They calling your name up on the stage. It's your turn to walk up there. It's the same thing with whatever it is in life. When it's your turn, it's just undeniable. Doors just gonna be opening. Favor is just gonna be on your life. Opportunities just gonna come. Finances is just gonna flow. People are just gonna be attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? Attracted to your mission and your goals and your vision. People are just gonna be flooding. Opportunities gonna come. The door is gonna open. It's gonna be undeniable, right? But you know when it's not your turn because it's kind of not, because you like, I don't know if this for me right now, and this, that, and the third. You know, but when you know it's your turn, it's like, oh nah, this me right here. This mine's. You know what I'm saying? I ain't passing up on this. This mine right here. Man, I'm my brother's keeper. You drop gems, I just polish them up. Appreciate that, Barza, y'all. Appreciate that. This one is timely little chat. This is one timely little chat for me. I'm glad, Evelyn. I'm glad. But when it's your turn, it's gonna be undeniable. It's gonna be your turn. It's just like I said, it's just like when they call your name up on stage, when you're going to get that diploma or that degree, you know what I'm saying? And they call your first and last name. They pronounce your whole name. You know it's yours. That's yours. Can't nobody else go up there and get that degree or that diploma but you, because you earned that. You did those 4 years in high school, or you did those 2 years in college, or 4 years or 6 years in college. You did that time. You put in that work. You passed those exams. You stayed up those late nights. You studied. You did that. You earned that, right? You paid those dues. And so now when they call your name, can't nobody else walk up on that stage and take that from you. You go up on that stage and get that. So it's the same thing in life. Well, whatever it is, when you wait your turn and when your turn finally comes, it's going to be undeniable. The confirmation just going to be there in your spirit. Douglas say 100. Yep, for sure. The confirmation gonna be in your spirit. The blessing is gonna be so unique to you and so customized to you that you can't deny it. That you like, yeah, this me. I deserve this. This is what I've been laboring for. You see what I'm saying? This is mine right here. But if you try to rush the process, if you try to step in somebody else's lane, if you try to copy somebody else, or you try to switch up, or whatever it is, when you try to get off course and try to make it happen in your own will, then that door, it's not going to open. It's not going to open because you're trying to go through other doors. So that door that was supposed to be for you, it ain't going to never open because you're trying to go through other people's doors. That is their blessings. That you can't handle that. You see what I'm saying? You might get some success, but it'll never last because that wasn't meant for you. That's why what's meant for you is for you. It's going to be for you. You see what I'm saying? Like just wait your turn though. Like, I don't even know if I want to tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it because it's funny. I remember when I was in AIT. And you know, we used, like, you know, you gotta do PT in the morning. And so, you know, we'll do PT or whatever, and then we can go to the chow hall. We can walk to the chow hall. So a lot of people want to run to the chow hall because, you know, we hungry. People want to eat. And so, like, people used to want to skip and all that type of stuff. And I was never like that because I'm like, bro, we all gonna eat. But it was just one day, this guy, he came in or whatever, and he was skipping people in the line. And he had skipped me. And I was like, hey, bro, you know we all gonna eat, right? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta skip people. We all gonna eat, right? Man, this dude turned around. This is why I say I want to tell the story. But this dude turned around and said, man, shut the F up. Man, I was about to beat, man, I was finna beat that dude up, bro. I was finna, well, it almost got there. But anywho, I say all that to say, just wait your turn. That lesson there taught me, like, bro, just wait your turn. Like, you know, you trying to skip, you trying to do this, and guess what? We both got kicked out the line because we was about to fight. We both got kicked out the line, so we had to go to the back of the line anyways. So it's like, this all could have been avoided if you would have just wait your turn, dude. You see what I'm saying? You could have just wait your turn. But, man, when that dude turned around and said that, boy, took everything in me for real. But I say all that to say, it's going to be there when you get there. I promise you it's going to be there when you get there. Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying, that's meant for you not going to be there. Not going to be there when you get there. I don't care if you super hungry and you got to wait an extra 10 minutes. When you get to the front of the line, you're going to be able to get the same French toast. You're going to be able to get the same eggs. You're going to be able to get the same everything. But see, when you try to skip and you don't want to wait your turn and you cause a scene, now guess what? You got to go to the back of the line. And now you finna get your behind beat up. And now you got to cop please later when we get back to the barracks. You know, because you know what's up. You see what I'm saying? All that could have been avoided. All that could have been avoided, bro, if you'd have just waited your turn. And that's the same thing. Like, I had to learn that, bro. Just wait your turn. When it's your turn to be that influential content creator that you want to be, when you want to lead thousands or hundreds of thousands of people back to the land, it's going to be there. Your turn going to be there. But if you try to do that outside of your season, you're going to fail. And you never going to get that turn. Or you might have to go to the back of the line and start over, right? When you could have just, when it's going to take you twice as long when you could have had it, you know, way earlier than that. But now you got to start over because you tried to switch lanes and you tried to not wait your turn. Tough Stino, what's going on? Brazzy, I say prosperity is a result of applied effort. Exactly. Everything takes time. Results are the outcome of consistency and patience. Bingo. Like I say, like my brother Barzy, y'all say, I dropped the gems, he polished them up for me. Appreciate that. That's so true. Tough Stino say, where you from? I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. North side to be exact. If you from Jacksonville, you know. You know how we, what you say? You know how we, hungry. Yeah, man, people be too hungry. And it's like, at this point, it ain't even hunger, it's greed now. Because you want to take from other people, man. Don't do that. You get a lot of uneasy opposition when it's not your time, not to be confused with trial and error. Exactly. That will happen along the way. Eventually, it will smooth out. Man, the night way, I'm telling you, for real, you get a lot of uneasy. See, and this is why discernment is important, right? Discernment is important because on any great journey, you're going to have trial and error. But you have to be able to distinguish between trial and error and, like you say, uneasy opposition, meaning like you get that feeling, that intuition in your stomach where it's like, this don't feel right. Going through this door don't feel right because I'm going to have to compromise too much. I'm going to have to sell myself. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do it. See, you got to know the difference between the two. AZ Sunset said, dang. Barzy, I say, no, that's a fire example. Yeah, that's what came to my mind. Because that still baffles me to this day that anybody think they can say that to my face and don't face no consequences. Whatever God has for you is yours. Exactly. I'm glad you did not beat the brakes off that. Yeah, nah, for real, gentle heart. But see, you learn you learn a lot of stuff don't be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of trash takes itself out. And I'm going to just leave it at that. A few is many, brother. Just stay humble. Exactly. A few is many. That's so true. I'm going to end on that from the farm to the grill. Few is many. Less is more. And I'm gonna do a live video talking about that because that's so true. You know, you don't need a lot. You just need the right. You just need you don't need a lot of things. You just need the right things. You don't need a lot of people. You just need the right people. You don't need a lot of supporters. You just need the right supporters. See what I'm saying? You don't need a large team. You just need the right team. And y'all move strategically because less can be more, or less is more, and few is many. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go because, like I said, I got to hop on another live. But Navy SEAL teams are not that large, right? So in the military, like, you got different, like, breakdowns of soldiers or sailors or airmen or Marines. Usually, I can speak from the Army. Usually, you got a platoon. You know what I'm saying? The platoon might be anywhere from like, 30, 40, 50 to 100 plus people, right? And then you got different squads in those platoons. But Navy SEAL teams, I want to say like, how large are Navy SEAL teams? I want to say like 10 people, if that. If somebody know how large Navy SEAL teams are, let me know in the chat. But Navy SEAL teams are not a lot of people, but they are highly trained professionals, and they move in unison, and they move in synchrony. You see what I'm saying? They synergize, they move in sync. So it's like you don't need a large Navy SEAL team to go and take out Osama bin Laden. You just need 10 of the most highly trained Navy SEALs that you can find, and they can go in and they can wipe out a whole army of people. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people think, man, it's about the numbers. No, because you can have a large army of just sloppy, lazy, this, that. No, but see, when you have the right people, you're able to get what they would call impossible missions. You can get those done easily. You see what I'm saying? Let me know if that makes sense. Oh, that reminds me of the story of Gideon. Exactly, the story of Gideon. Exactly. Yep. And I failed to say I'm starting at 60. Hey, guess what, Judah? I'm glad you're starting. Congratulations. Hey, round of applause for Judah for starting, because guess what? You're never too young. You're never too old. As long as you got breath in your body, it's the perfect time to start. As long as you got breath in your body, that means the Most High God gave you another chance, and he believes that you can do great things. So it's never too early, never too late. So congratulations. Move too quickly sometimes throw you off. Exactly, it'll throw you off. Hey, it's not a good comparison. It's like comparing sledgehammer to an X-Acto knife. What you mean with the Navy SEAL comparison? Yep, perfect time to start. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go because I gotta get ready for this this live. I'm gonna be continuing up this conversation in the tribe. So if y'all want to join the tribe, y'all can go join that. We're gonna be live in there. But I appreciate everybody, man. We had some OGs in here tonight. We had Barza, Yah, Nightway, G Mama, Shia Sunshine. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't already, hit that like button. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Navy SEAL platoon consists of 16. Okay, so 16 and 2 officers. Okay, yeah, so still a small team. And the comparison is that, and I can understand what you're saying. Was it Kason? I can understand what you're saying. Not a good comparison, and like how they serve 2 different purposes. I understand that, but what I'm saying is still less can be more. And when it comes to, like the Navy SEAL thing, they're able to do those high-level missions that, a whole platoon of regular Army soldiers can't. And so that was my purpose in that. But I get what you're saying too. And 14 enlisted. I appreciate you, AZ Sunset. Douglas, peace and blessings. I appreciate you, fam. Barzia say I gotta set up my alerts. Yeah, man, I know I be going live at random times. Sorry about that. But I just be trying to come to y'all when I can. But yeah, definitely hit that bell. It'll let you know when I go live and stuff like that. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go, man. Like I always say, he who has the power to feed you also has the power to starve you. See y'all on the next one.